In the Cape Peninsula, South Africa, wild baboons have become a serious threat to homes and farms. They frequently raid kitchens, tear apart roofs, and damage crops like grapes and corn. In areas such as Grabo and Simonstown, property damage and crop loss in 2025 have exceeded $1.2 million, with over 170 incidents reported in just 6 months. Residents are now facing rising repair bills, insurance claims, and the stress of daily confrontations. As government spending on baboon control reaches over $400,000 annually, how can we reduce the problems that give people here headaches year after year? Let's explore how locals are dealing with them in this video. The first step is legality. In the Cape Peninsula, South Africa, baboons may be classified as pests or as legal game animals, but that doesn't mean you can shoot whenever you see them. You'll need a hunting license, permission from the landowner if you're on private property, and knowledge of any local regulations regarding firearm use or trophy transport. This isn't just mandatory procedure, it also protects both the hunter and the environment from unsafe or unethical practices.
No tuna head week.
Hunting baboons with a gun requires intelligence, patience, and respect for an animal that is highly alert, social, and adaptable. Baboons move in troops, use individuals to watch for danger, and remember threats. That means a careless approach not only ruins your shot but also teaches the whole troop to avoid that area in the future. So before picking up a rifle, you must understand the nature of the animal and the terrain it lives in. Choosing the right gun is critical for a successful hunt. Baboons may look lean, but they are strong, muscular animals and not easy to take down. Most experienced hunters recommend using a medium-caliber rifle such as a .223 Remington, .243 Winchester, or even a .308 if you're dealing with longer distances or windy terrain. Pair your rifle with a good quality scope, with standard magnification from 3.9x so you can identify your target even if it's on a distant rock or moving between trees.
with it.
Once you're armed and legal, scouting becomes the next big challenge. Baboons sleep on cliffs or in trees and come down to forage in the morning. They often raid farms, water sources, or orchards, and they follow fixed routes. Observing their movement for a few days will give you an advantage, especially if you notice where they often pass. You'll want to set up in a position with favorable wind, your silhouette concealed, and your line of sight clear. The actual method of gun hunting depends on your environment. A practical method in open terrain allows you to observe the troop from a distance and slowly move in, using bushes and rocks as cover. An ideal method near waterholes or trails they often frequent requires you to set up early, stay quiet, and wait for the right moment. Baiting is another option, using fruit or scraps to lure them in, but it's important to check whether this method is legal in the place where you hunt. When it's time to shoot, patience comes first. Always wait for a clear angle, ideally a broadside shot just behind the front shoulder, where the heart and lungs are. A headshot may seem effective but is very risky unless you are very close and confident. A poorly placed shot will cause a wounded baboon to flee into thick cover, and they are famously hard to track once alarmed. A clean kill isn't just ethical, it prevents unnecessary suffering and stops other baboons from becoming overly aggressive or cautious. Avoid targeting mothers with young or baby baboons, and don't fire blindly into the entire troop. Every action a hunter takes affects how these intelligent animals behave in the future, sometimes for generations.
Stop.
The goal should always be control, balance, and respect, not just collecting a trophy. A successful baboon hunt requires more than marksmanship. It demands thoughtfulness, strategy, and an understanding of how your decisions shape the land and the wildlife that live in it.
Mantap. Mantap.
After the shot, approach with caution. Wounded baboons often exhibit aggressive behavior, and it's not uncommon for others in the troop to return and check the area. If you're collecting the skull, hands, or hide as a trophy, quickly gear up and disinfect your tools. Baboons can carry zoonotic diseases. If the carcass is not being used, proper disposal is essential. Leaving it in the open can attract other animals or cause contamination. What do you think about this method of gun hunting? Can it reduce the baboon population? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to follow the channel to explore more real-world hunting topics.
Stop.
Texas is under siege by millions of relentless, razor-tusked destroyers. With an estimated 2.6 million feral hogs roaming the state, nearly half of the entire U.S. population, these invasive beasts are more than just a rural nuisance. They're causing economic devastation on a staggering scale, with annual agricultural damages topping $119 million, and some studies warning that the true cost may soar beyond $230 million. From tearing up cornfields to wrecking fences, trampling pastures, and ruining irrigation systems, their impact is both widespread and escalating. But in a battle this intense, how do Texans fight back, and can they win? Let's explore the answer with us through the following fascinating videos. Helicopter hog hunting in Texas is a highly coordinated operation that demands specialized equipment and expert personnel. The helicopters used are typically modified transport models like the Bell 212, customized with side-mounted shooting ports and reinforced. classes that meet FAA standards. These aircraft are not just for show, they're designed for low-altitude maneuvering across rugged terrain, providing clear lines of sight for shooters. Safety and visibility are paramount, and every detail, from door rigging to weight limits, is fine-tuned for efficiency in the air. The key to this method is the helicopter itself. Pilots fly low and fast, using small, agile aircraft like the Robinson R-44. These flights cover large pieces of land in just minutes, spotting hogs hidden in tall grass, brush, or fields. Once a group of pigs is seen, the pilot moves in quickly and positions the helicopter so that the shooter can take aim. This speed and control are what make helicopter hunting so effective. Wild pigs have very little time to run or hide. The shooter, seated safely in the open side of the helicopter, uses a semi-automatic rifle to take quick, accurate shots. These rifles are often the AR-15 or similar models, using .223 or .308 bullets to deliver enough power to stop a fast-moving hog. Shooting from a moving helicopter is not easy. It requires training, perfect timing, and clear communication with the pilot. Every second counts, and every shot must be careful and effective. This is why only skilled hunters are allowed to take part in these flights. Safety is a top priority in helicopter boar hunting. Everyone wears a harness, helmet, and eye protection. Pilots and shooters stay in constant contact using headsets, making sure each move is well coordinated. In Texas, these hunts must follow strict laws. The state requires an aerial wildlife management permit, which allows trained teams to hunt from the air legally and responsibly. Without this permit, it is illegal to hunt hogs from helicopters, and operators can face serious penalties. makes helicopter hunting even more important is the speed at which feral hogs reproduce. A single female hog can give birth to multiple litters each year, with several piglets in each one. In just a few months, a small group can grow into a large herd that is much harder to control. This rapid growth is why normal hunting methods often fall behind. By using helicopters, hunters can target large numbers of hogs at once and reduce population growth before it becomes unmanageable. Even though helicopter boar hunting can cost between $2,000 and $5,000 per session, many landowners believe it's worth every dollar. When compared to the damage hogs cause ruined harvests, broken equipment, and lost pasture, the cost of one flight seems small. This isn't just about hunting for sport, it's about protecting farmland, saving money, and stopping an invasion that is growing every year. For many in Texas, the helicopter has become the most important weapon in the ongoing battle against feral hogs. Is this your favorite way to hunt? If so, give us a like, otherwise stay tuned for the next option. Unlike hunting from helicopters, which is fast and covers large areas, many hunters still choose the slower but more controlled method of tracking and stalking wild boars on foot. This style of gun hunting requires careful movement, close observation, and good decision making. But no matter how skilled a hunter is at reading tracks or moving silently through the woods, success always depends on one key tool, the hunting rifle. Choosing the right gun is not just about power, it's about accuracy, reliability, and matching the firearm to the demands of the hunt. For boar hunting on foot, rifles need to be strong enough to stop a large and tough animal with a single shot. Wild hogs have thick hides, strong muscles, and can be very aggressive if wounded. That's why most hunters prefer rifles chambered in calibers like .308 Winchester, .30-06 Springfield, or .270. These rounds offer the right balance between power and precision, making them ideal for medium to large-sized games. A bolt-action rifle is a common choice due to its reliability and accuracy, while some hunters prefer semi-automatic rifles for quicker follow-up shots in case of a missed or partial hit. In stalking situations, where the hunter might only get one clear shot after hours of careful movement, accuracy becomes even more important than rate of fire. The rifle scope must be properly sighted, and the hunter must feel confident using it under pressure. Lightweight rifles are often preferred for long walks through rough terrain, but they must still offer enough stability to make a clean shot. A well-chosen rifle not only increases the chances of success, it also ensures a humane and responsible hunt.
O da vuruldu.
Beyond the rifle itself, hunters often make small adjustments to better suit ground tracking. Adding a sling makes it easier to carry the rifle for long periods, while using a low magnification scope helps with faster target acquisition in thick brush or low light. Every detail matters when hunting wild boars up close, and experienced hunters know that their rifle must be more than just powerful, it must be dependable in every situation. With the right firearm in hand, the long process of tracking and stalking becomes a skillful and effective way to manage one of the most damaging animals in the wild. Which of these two hunting methods do you prefer? Share your thoughts in the comments section. We'd love to know which method stands out to you and why.